Hello, Facebook, Instagram, whatever platform you are watching me on. So I have a little midweek motivation for you all. I shared this with my girls this morning and I can't get it out of my head ever since I shared it because it was so true that I can't stop thinking about it. And then I decided, you know what? The whole freaking world needs to know this. At least everyone who's following me needs to think about this for a minute. So I was listening to Eric Thomas. As you guys know, he is my favorite motivational speaker. He always gets me thinking outside of the box. So today he was talking about effort. And he said, you know, when you want something, when you're going towards a goal, when you are working towards something, you have to give 100%. And all too often, too many people only give 70 and then they wonder why success didn't follow them, why they aren't succeeding forward, why they didn't reach their goal. And he said, you know what? The 70%ers, the ones who don't give 100% effort, the reason for that is because they're focused on the obligation rather than the opportunity. Think about that for a minute, you guys. Focused on the obligation and not the opportunity. And as he said this, I'm like a light bulb went off and I thought, he's right. That makes sense. Because when you're excited about something, when you have a goal in sight, when you start something new, again, it doesn't have to be health and fitness, but it could be like a job or something else. I don't know, something in your life that's a goal that you are striving towards and you're working towards. You get excited about it, right? Everyone gets hyped up, you get pumped, and then you're giving 100% out of the gate until you start to give 70. And for so long, you give 70% of your effort and you end up quitting because you think, this isn't for me, I don't like this, I can't do this. You find some reason why you can't do it. And it's because of you, because you're only giving 70%. So you're not going to reach your goal. And as I'm thinking about this more, again, I go over Eric's words in my head. Focused on the obligation, not the opportunity. When you want something, whatever it is in life, when you want to gain something, you do have to sacrifice. And that's for anything in life, right? You have to sacrifice things. And I feel like over time, like at first it's not a big deal. And over time, we begin to shift our focus onto what we have to sacrifice. We begin to think, I have to do this, instead of I want to do this. We start to think, oh God, I have to give up this much sleep, or I have to miss out on this. I don't have this time anymore. We think about all the things we're giving up. And so we pull back because that's a negative mindset to have. When you have a negative mindset and that's what you're focusing on what you're losing instead of all the potential you have of what you could gain if you did give the 100%. This keeps people from succeeding. And so this is what happens. And I was just thinking, this is why it inspired me so much, because I'm thinking of health and fitness. Why do so many people start something with their health and fitness, whether it be a diet or a new workout or whatever, and they get so pumped about it, they post about it, they talk about it, they're consumed by it, and then in a few weeks, you don't hear them talking about it at all. And I always wondered, like, why is this? Like, what is the deal here? I don't get it. And after I listened to Eric today, it totally makes sense, doesn't it? It makes so much sense. It's sick. So it's such a simple thing, but we don't realize when our mindset shifts. We never really we don't see that until we give up, and then that's that. But think about this. So Eric's getting all riled up here. He's talking, right? He's getting all excited saying, you know, why do I succeed? Why am I so successful? And he said, you know why? Because I wake up every single day and I focus on it I focus on my opportunity. I focus on that and think of all the good that's going to come from it. I wake up and I think I get to do these things. I get to wake up early. I get to go lift weights. I get to do whatever. I get to do these things. When you think of it that way, when you're embracing what you're doing and thinking of it as an opportunity and not an obligation, you begin to love what you're doing. And then that's where the 100% comes. Is it hard? It is hard. There's moments where it's hard. But again, when you think of it as opportunity, it's worth it. And you won't give up. And so this made me think of my workout today that I shared with you guys that I did in the class with the 45-pound weight. I went into it with a negative mindset. I told Jack I couldn't do it. And, I was the only girl with a 45-pound plate. And I kept saying, there's no way. There's no way I can do this. And Jack said, do it, you can. You can do it. Well, that's because I was thinking about, I had this negative mindset. And I flipped it partway through because I wanted to give up. Partway through, I thought, God, I can do this. And I ended up looking at it as an opportunity to get stronger, to do something I have never done before. And then the motivation came and the adrenaline kicked in. And I didn't finish the workout, but I got a lot farther than I ever would have imagined. And I literally went until my body gave out. And so that's just a fitness example, but this could be with anything in life. And it just made me think, like, God damn, that is such a good thing. I needed to share it with the world and everybody on my Facebook, Instagram, any of my social media platforms. Think about your life for a minute and think about, are you going into whatever you're striving towards? Are you going into it thinking of it as an opportunity or an obligation that you have to do? Because if you have that mindset, you better switch it now. You better switch it and think that it is an opportunity that you are blessed to do, that you are lucky to do, that you are able to do. Go into life in general thinking this way, and you will succeed and go so far, and you will be so much happier doing it. So I just had to share this with you guys because literally it's consumed me today, and I just kept thinking of that line, that sentence, and I'm like, like that needs to be hung in my office. I need to put a sign up that says that. That's such a good, powerful saying. So hopefully I inspired you and I pumped you up a little bit midweek, but that's all she wrote. That's all I got. So have a good day, and I'll talk to you all very soon.